time to talk about Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Let me get my phone. Dude,
that was good.
I'm so excited to talk about this movie. But first, to address your group chat, which still are not in here. I don't see them anywhere, bro.
Dude, are you kidding me?
Yeah, the group chat just did not pull through. I don't see anything there.
Dude, look.
Yeah, I don't see that.
On your
What is that, on Twitter?
Twitter, yeah.
Oh, you put me in Twitter? I've been on Facebook.
That's not what it's been. That's what I said.
You've been... Okay. Deceiver.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Apparently, well, here's the thing. I'm going to be put to court martial, and execution is imminent for adding you to the group.
Hold on.
You're responding.
Yeah, I am. I'm going to show you before I send it.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
Okay.
Let me see it. So, you want me to read it?
No, I want you to read it.
What do you want me to?
I want you to read out quietly. Think I'm fucking around?
No.
I'm not.
Did you send it? Hell yeah, dude. Guess what? You're initiated.
Around. Not fucking around. That's what happens when you cheat. That's what happens when you cheat. I come after everybody. I'm that bitch. I'm 100% that bitch.
Maybe I was cheating on them with you,
If I find out who you're cheating with, I'm going to bring them into the house with us, and I'm going to make them explore our romance together. That's what this relationship is.
That's psychologically dark, dude.
It's a bit dark.
That's kind of like Gone Girl.
And I
level.
chain myself.
That's Gone Girl.
And I chain myself.
That's really Gone Girl.
I chain myself against the door. And then you can open the door and close it if you want to like get me away or not. Moving on.
Okay.
Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings came out this week, and it is honestly one of the better Marvel origin films because it takes what we've seen and does a little bit more that we've hoped for. I have to tell you about something.
Oh, what?
I made a guffaw on the show.
Good Things Utah?
Yeah.
What happened, man?
I don't even want to say it.
Say it. You can't just bring it up and not say it.
Well, here's the thing. It's not that bad.
Okay.
But it's kind of bad.
Okay.
Right? So here's what happened. And I want everybody to... I'm going to preface this by saying this isn't what sometimes the words that come out of your mouth when the cameras are on, you just can't help yourself. Like, that's not the right phrasing. It comes out, right? You don't know what words you're about to say. And me with adult ADHD, I definitely don't know what words are about to come out of my mouth sometimes because it's whatever is on the top of my head, right? Well, so I've been watching for the past 2 or 3 weeks all of the Kung Fu films. And you know this.
Kung Fu Hustle.
We watched Kung Fu Hustle. Yes. So glad you said Kung Fu Hustle because that's what I wanted to say on the show too.
What did you say?
We'll get to that.
Kung Fu Hustler?
It's so much worse. It's so much worse. But anyway, so I've been watching Crouching Tiger. I've been watching Ip Man. I've been watching the 13th Thing of Shaolin. What was it? The 13th School of Shaolin, something like that. Jackie Chan's movie, the cop one, the one he directed in China. Like I've been going through everything to try to just learn as much as I can because honestly I feel insecure when some of these films comes out, especially the more that we've been getting more voices, right, from different groups, different ideologies. And in the Heights, like whatever's happening with that and the stuff that was happening with Black Panther, seeing the cultural significance, I don't have as potent of a voice because I don't have as much insight on it, right?
Correct.
So that's what this was for me. When we got to the show, I was very nervous. And I don't know why. I was just nervous because I wanted to make sure that I got the points that I wanted to get across right. And I've been studying a lot of like ADHD stuff. And I guess that could be the what am I geeking about thing. I've just been looking at tons of TED Talks and things. Just like, what is it about me that I hate? And learning about it. And one of the things is just that sometimes you just don't know when words come out. So the show starts, if all the saliva comes out of my mouth, like just dries up, and I cannot talk. I can't even swallow. I don't know why. I've done the show enough times that I probably could, but I just can't.
Right.
And we start talking, and I bring up that one of the best things about Shang-Chi is that you're looking at the fighting, you're looking at the choreography, and you're knowing that this came from somewhere else that you want to go and explore. And so you see these great films like Crouching Tiger, like Ip Man, like Kung Fury. Dude,
that's totally different.
That's
I get it.
bad.
I actually get it, but also completely different.
Dude,
did anybody get the reference though?
No, nobody got it. But I was trying to say Kung Fu Hustle, but I said Kung Fury because I couldn't get the words out. So I felt like you can see it when you play back the tape. I have a pause because I'm trying to but I can't get it out. So I say Kung Fury. Don't look up the trailer for Kung Fury.
Watch it on Netflix.
Don't. Because here's the thing. Well, while it may be an incredible YouTube film with insane things about it that make it a cult classic, much like The Room, it is not something that you would like to equate to classic kung fu cinema. And it would probably be incredibly offensive to somebody if they were watching and saw that and were like, oh, he doesn't know shit. Even though I was trying to say Kung Fu Hustle, I was trying to talk about the things that I actually saw. It couldn't come out. I don't know why.
But dude, to be honest though, I've actually confused that before too.
I'm so glad I didn't say Kung Pao Into the Fist.
Is that a movie too?
Dude, that's the one that the white guy just dubbed over the entire thing. You remember that? He did the Matrix thing with the cow and the udders.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, that was, you see, but when I was a kid, that was hilarious to me. But now it's funny in a sense that he did it. And it's why? But it's not at all.
Yeah.
It's like MXC.
I get that.
But yeah, I feel bad about that one.
Well, so were you able to overcome that?
I got off of it quickly. And
good.
And I started with Kung Fury. So I said Kung Fury, and then I knew what I said. The minute it came out, I went, no. And so then I went Crouching Tiger, Ip Man. And then I was back in. But that one little thing. It
happens, man.
It's pretty hilarious, but I had to come clean. Let's talk about the actual movie, though. You haven't seen it yet. It's starring Simu Liu, Tony Leung. This is about the fiercest warrior in the MCU. He's the most deadliest hand-to-hand combat fighter and riddled with racist stuff in the comics. Have you seen any of the things?
I have not. This is one Marvel character that I've never heard of, know nothing about, and I don't know how he's going to come into play with the next phase of Marvel.
Well, what's great is that they basically have gone page one for a lot of things with him. Okay. Specifically, they wrote a list of all of the stuff in the comics that were controversial, and they've just wiped that out.
Right.
The father that was in the comics was named Fu Manchu, and it's really bad. Yeah, they didn't go with that. They ended up making the Mandarin the father, and his character arc honestly is the best part of the whole film. The relationship of the father and his romance story, because the beginning talks about the formation of the 10 rings and how he rose to power, what they do exactly. Right. Which would you like to know what the power sets are for these?
Yeah.
Basically immortality, if you have them, and just energy, a lot of energy and stuff. And then you can use them as a whip and grab stuff and things. And kind of it feels a little bit like the plasma blast that Captain Marvel has, but just with the rings instead. But they also can do other stuff too.
It reminded me of Kung Fu Hustle, the dude who has those bracelet ring thingies. Is it that same level of power? And
way more powerful.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Towards the end, you're kind of is he a little too OP? But it's not a big deal. I love the movie. Why don't you want to see it? You said you didn't want to watch it.
It's like you asked me when I first came over. like, am I caught up on What If? It's just superhero films are just, I'll watch when I get to it right now.
But we were so caught up. We were doing Falcon. Why are you faking out on our fans?
Because What If
They can
is
check the
not good
facts.
to me at all.
I disagree with that, my friend. Are you the one that's watched the first episode and
I
you
watched
didn't watch anymore?
1 and 2, and I have not watched 3 and 4.
Okay, so 3 and 4 is where they actually are doing some stuff, in my opinion.
Okay.
Number 3 is an Avenger murders all the Avengers. That's pretty dope. They don't do that in the movies. And then the fourth one is Doctor Strange. Instead of if his hands get mangled up, it's if Rachel McAdams died in the car instead of him, or instead of his hands getting mangled. And so he like does everything to try to stop it, including destroying everything. And he becomes evil, Doctor Strange.
That's the thing that I want to know how it's going to tie into the next phase, but it just feels like filler right now. And I only watched one trailer for the new movie, so I don't know. It just,
you don't like kung fu movies? You didn't watch Kung Fu Hustle and like that?
I surprisingly
if I tell
liked
you
it.
that I like Shang-Chi because of those films, wouldn't you go see it?
Maybe Kung Fu's not really my type of movie though.
Or I guess this is another fair question I guess I should ask. Is this because of COVID?
That's partially, yeah.
Partially, we don't want to do theater because that is a fair thing to bring up right now, especially
is.
because this is the first one that they've not done the day in whatever thing with Disney Plus.
If it wasn't Disney Plus, I'd consider spending that money for that.
That's interesting.
I would.
And if because most people are saying this is better than Black Widow. So if you're contributing the $30, you might be feeling you're getting more bang for your buck because that's a big deal. It's a huge premium to get one movie for a service you're already paying a monthly fee for.
Right.
So it's got to be good. Shang-Chi is worth it, I would say.
Well, that's good.
But
All I've heard is great stuff about it.
I'm glad that they've got it on the big screen though. And I've been hearing that there's quite a bit of people that went out and watched it so far. So hopefully that keeps up in the coming weeks, or it's not just like just the diehards only.
Yeah. Well, and what you showed me from the soundtrack, like I liked the music, and the last one that had that kind of music was Black Panther, which I really dug overall with the soundtrack too. So I'm open to liking it. It's just not on my go out and watch list in the middle of a pandemic.
Wow.
Because I know it's going to be crowded. There's movies that you know are going to be crowded, and there's movies that you kind of could play Russian roulette with in terms of audience, right? Because movie theaters aren't enforcing.
They're not, but they're strongly recommending. I know.
Where's the fart?
Yeah, you're not used to the layout. I didn't realize that. I should have considered that. This, you've only got 4 buttons, and that one, there's like a ton. Have I made this difficult?
No, I found it.
It's okay. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I've tried to organize that. Tell me if
it's alphabetical order. Well, it's alphabetical order. It just,
Hunka.
But I don't know. I'm open to watching it, but I also don't know anything about him. So it's actually a movie I'm avoiding spoilers ish. I don't know. Like we might.
That right there tells me that you inherently want to watch it then if you're avoiding spoilers.
Well, it's because I know nothing about him. That's what, because these other superheroes we know so much about because they're so covered, right? This is actually the first one where I'm like,
then why are you excited?
Because we're in the middle of a pandemic. I don't know. I'm sorry.
I think you could do a matinee.
I can't.
A Sunday matinee, perhaps.
I can probably. But I did watch the bus fight scene.
Bus fight scene's cool.
But it reminds me
of. It doesn't touch the ending, dude. The ending is incredible.
Well, that's fine. But like the bus fight scene feels like nobody. And nobody felt like other movies that we've seen. So like it just feels like a rehash of action sequences that we have already seen too.
Almost every superhero film has some type of train sequence. That's what superhero films are. So I'm okay with it because that's like saying, oh, this Western film had a dueling scene. They always do those, No,
it's not the same thing.
It kind of is.
It's not.
It kind of is.
It's not, because not every superhero has to save somebody from a fucking train or a bus or whatever.
If you're Marvel, you kind of do a little bit. They always have to fall from a great height and hit like 2 things.
Dude, make these situations more extreme and more original.
Watch
Marvel.
What If, and then you'll get it.
I would, but it's cartoon. That's what pisses me
Whoa!
off. That's what pisses me off of the show.
Right.
It doesn't feel like. What, do you want to stand up? Do you want to
I
fight?
gotta stand. I'm standing for this. I know. No. You sit down. Sit down. How dare you stand up to me?
Fight me.
I'm gonna stand right here because now we're the same height, my friend.
We're definitely not.
Yes, we are.
I'm to your
We're the
nipple.
same height. Same height.
Up to your nipple, dude. Oh yeah. No,
Okay.
that's my biggest complaint with What If though, is I feel like if it was live action, it would be a lot more believable than it is since it is cartoon. I understand what they're doing. They're like, well, what if it's a whole different situation? That's cool. But because it's not as serious feeling, it just feels like filler.
You see how I'm like lording over you now?
I do.
Like this? Yeah. How dare you, sir? You need to watch What If, and I think you should check out what they've done with Doctor Strange. That one is the best one.
I will.
Kevin Feige was so like specifically trying to be involved with that it's good. You'll like it.
I will. I guess.
All right. Well, let's move.
So let me ask you one more question though. So after the 10 Rings, right? Is it the Eternals after that? Like, is that the next?
After that, it's the Eternals, and then after that, it's Spider-Man: No Way Home.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. And then we're complete with the MCU films for this year.
So does the new one give you a tease for what's in store? Because Marvel famously does that.
There's an end credit scene that
Tied into Eternal?
no, it doesn't tie into Eternals. No,
What's it tie into?
there are people involved
say
in it though,
Can you say?
and you can check out the spoilers, and they'll tell you what they are, who the people are. But there's multiple Avengers at the end. There's a cameo with multiple Avengers.
Okay,
Is that fair?
that's fair.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's talk really quickly. Oh, who do we got here? Well, look who it is. It's Jay Moore.
What
What
if
if Chaz watched? What if? You know, that would be a situation where Varian actually liked the stuff we recommended on the show, and it wasn't like always against.
I'm not
Hey,
always against
this cool movie we've got. Yeah, but I heard it sucks balls. That's
That's not me.
that doesn't make me wet.
That's me. What's the next movie you wanted to cover?
Well, we're going to talk about something that happened. This is actually premiering at Venice right now, the Venice Film Festival.
As is Dune.
And because of a little thing that a humble brag. May I give a humble brag for this?
Dude, wait, hold on. Do we have a
No. Don't, please don't. A humble brag. I no longer have to fish a lot for screeners. I now have a little more access because I have become a member of the Utah Film Critics Association. You had no sound effects. Oh, that's hilarious.
There's applause. Where's the applause? No, where's the applause?
You know what? Here, I can do it. That button.
Oh, I found it.
Yeah. That's way too late, man. That's a sad one. But anyway, now I've got a Google Calendar where I can just see the screenings, and I don't need to make my own calendars. I don't need to reach out to as many people as I possibly can, to emails that probably don't go anywhere and hopefully go to something like that stuff. I've moved up in a higher echelon in that spectrum.
You know what, dude? Cool. You worked hard for it, and I'm very excited.
6 years. 6 years from doing the American Psycho review to now being able to vote for the Oscars. Vote on the Oscars.
No shit.
It's pretty insane, right? For the UFC, it's not like each of our vote counts as one vote, but as a community, because we're the film group for Utah, we get to all like collectively put our vote in and send it out, and then that will count. That's pretty cool, right?
Man.
That's really cool. And like as far as the Oscars go, I've always known that to be kind of the crazier times, because you get sent like physical copies sometimes of things to be able to view them. And I don't know, the whole reason that we got the Zack Snyder Justice League is because UFCA now, and yeah, it's a cool thing. Why are we talking about this?
Because